Hello, this is Barry from Wave. How's it going? Hope everyone is good and safe as possible during this time. So today we're going to talk about Bitcoin and ETH, as you could probably already have read from the title. And we're going to go over some different counts actually that I have on both cryptos. And we'll work our way on those counts and see what could work and what could not. I'm also going to present you the chart of ETH Bitcoin so that we can see which one should outperform the other in the near future. And let's dive into the analysis. Also, I just bought a new mic, so I hope the quality of the audio is improved. If you think so, let me know. And I would appreciate a thumb up for the improvement. That I would really be thankful, guys. So no more talking, and let's just dive into the analysis. So here with Bitcoin, as you can see, we have two counts. Eventually I'll show you a third one. So let's say number one, which is one of the, let's say, bullish one, is this wave 4 is completed right here on June 22nd, and from it pairs up with this wave 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and if we zoom in, wave 4 is a flat. So that's of course what you can see is this wave C is much larger than the wave A and B of this same correction. So that is something quite unusual, I would say. The good thing about this count though is that the wave 4 ends near the wave 4 of 1 less degree. Basically, if not the same area. I mean, we're the difference, I think, is just by a few dollars. So that is a very common tendency, as we know, in the Elliott Wave world. So if I take you to the 4 hour, I'll do that right now. So what we can see is on ABC into wave B, and then 5 waves down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into wave C. So that is a possibility. So that would mean that from here we've had up in 1 a very complicated wave 2, and now we are in the wave 3. Possibly this was wave 1 of wave 3. So now we should just go crazy towards the upside, very aggressive, because we're in the third. I mean, the move up has been quite aggressive, so I cannot exclude that. But this would be kind of the, as I mentioned, the bullish view that we could have. Alternatively, what I can also see is, if I take you back to the daily, is, let's say this wave 4 is not pairing up with this wave 2, but it's pairing up with this wave 2. So this is 1, 2. So this would be 1, 2, 3 goes, let's say, here, and 4 goes here. Possible, but again, it wouldn't fit this. Yeah, it's possible, but it wouldn't fit the right look, which of course is an Elliott Wave tendency, if not a rule, and it just wouldn't fit. So that is why I don't really like that. What else? If we have an alternate, so we have two, which I'll present you right now. So if I hide this, and what I can show you now is this count. So with this count, basically, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ending diagonal into wave 5, 5 ways down, 3 ways up, and then we're expecting another 5 ways down to complete wave C, which of course is very, it would be nice, because then we would have a wave 4 of intermediate degree, which pretty much took as much time as wave 2 of the same degree. Here the blue lines are 0.618 time span of wave 2, and here we have equality in time with wave 2. And also in terms of magnitude, it would be quite equal, because if we measure the magnitude of wave 2, equality is around 18,000, which is nice, as well as around that area between 18 to 22, 23, I'd say, we have this channel which would be retested. So that is confluence. And if we talk about fib retracement, yeah, we will be around the 38.2, which of course, as we know, is a very common fib target for wave 4s. So if I take you to the 4 hour, what we can see is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then again, we can count this as 3, ABC, double XY into wave X, now AB, and this would mean we are in wave C or wave W or wave B. So how higher can we go? So possibly not much higher. If we bring up the RSI, we can see how we are already in some kind of overbought area with some divergence, which again doesn't mean much, but it's a tool we have. It's a tool I utilize many times. So why shouldn't we use it? So that is, I mean, just something to keep in mind. And in addition to that, I can see that, I mean, this area, of course, is a potential resistance zone. So, and also we will be around 48. 8 we know is the strongest number in the market, and 50, of course, would be a psychological level. So I think it's something to monitor, because if we see kind of an aggressive move to the downside, which looks impulsive, then we may assume that we are going to resume lower into this wave C. Alternatively, this is also quite interesting, I think, as a count. We would have, so let me hide this. So we would have a WXY, so ABC, so WXY of this degree. So we would have A, B, and C into wave W, of course, and then A, B, C, or again WX. This could be a WXY into wave X, and then A, B, C into wave Y. So this is also possible. Actually, I don't think Y shouldn't. It doesn't look that unproportionate, because yes, wave Y isn't as long as wave W, but still it's not like very tiny. So if we measure it, yeah, it's only 0.618, which usually in terms of geometry, it would look nice if it was around 0.618 times longer. It's actually shorter than wave W, but it's fine. I have nothing against it. So yes, that would mean that we are in wave 1 and 2, and now we're just going up to the upside to make all-time high and complete higher degree wave 5. That is also possible. So yeah, this is Bitcoin actually. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, if you would change anything. I would move on to ETH right now, and here again I have two different counts. This is the most, let's say, bullish. So what I mean by that is that this wave 4, unlike Bitcoin, doesn't pair up with this wave 2, but it pairs up with this wave 2. And as you can see, it does look as, let's say, ugly as in Bitcoin. Here it's much more proportionate, at least in my opinion. So, and even here, if we count, let's say, ABC into wave 4, the 1 and 2, and then 3, so the wave 3 is actually being quite aggressive to the upside. I think we already have broken the 1.618 fib expansion of wave 3. Yes, we did. So From my experience, from my knowledge, it does not look bad at all. Actually, it's a kind of support. Now we may just break this previous all-time high by a little, and then go back to form this wave 4. But that is fine with me. I have no problem about it, because let me take you to the weekly. Here on the weekly, you can see how we have a lot of upside to go, assuming this count is correct. So let's say if we measure wave 1 of primary degree and we want to project wave 3, equality, which is, let's say, usually the minimum target, but as I mentioned, we don't know, but equality is usually well respected, is at 270,000. So that is something I believe to keep in mind. Alternatively, if you want to be super bullish, this is just 1, 2, 3, let's say 4 and 5 of wave 1 of primary degree. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of primary degree. Sorry, intermediate. My apologies, I meant intermediate. And to complete this higher degree wave 3. So that of course, as I mentioned, is super bullish. But for the time being, for the let's say shorter term, there's nothing to worry about. It looks bullish. Long term, it does also look bullish. I don't see why you would think it looks bearish. But of course, to estimate how higher we can go, that is a different thing to do. And I think many Elliott Wave traders and analysts out there would agree with me. It can be done, but it's not that easy. So to continue my count, alternatively to this, actually, before I bring the alternate, if we move in to the 4 hour, you can see A, triangle, and B, done in wave C, which ends here, not here. So we would have a truncated fifth, and the subwaves would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all good. Leading diagonal into wave 1, wave 2, which does not go past the starting point of wave 1, so we don't have any rule violation. And and then we're just moving to the upside with no really without any issue. So this should not be here, my apologies. So this would be 1, 2, and then to pair up with this wave 3, and this should be 1 degree lower. So don't mind about that. That is showing because, as I was mentioning, I also have an alternate, and that is, my apologies, that is not what I was expecting. But the alternate basically, if I bring you to the daily, is of course just like Bitcoin, we are pairing up to this wave 2 with this wave 4. So of course we will need one less leg down, possibly between 1500 to 1300, which is the area of the previous fourth, with this count, and that should also take place quite soon. And so we would have a WXY, WX, and then wave Y, or this could also be a ABC as well. That is something I'm still figuring out. But we don't want to focus too much on the short time frame here, because I don't think it's really as important. We just need to see what's going to happen soon. However, the thing I want to show you about, which is the ETH to Bitcoin chart, which I'll bring up right now. So this chart is showing us, so let me take you to the weekly first to give you an outlook. So let's say we have 5 waves up here, ABC to the downside, so 1, 2, and now we're making wave 3 of primary degree. Now, within this wave 3, let me take you to the daily. I can count 1, 2, 3, triangling 4, which ends right here, so we have no overlapping, up in 5, so 1, 2, then 1, 2, 3, wave 4, we are in the making a wave 5, I do wave 3, and remember, this possibly, most likely, this is just wave 1 of, my apologies, this is just a wave 1 of, once again, my apologies, I don't know what I'm doing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, of intermediate degree. So plenty of upside. So what does that mean? This is telling us that, of course, if this goes up, since it's Ethereum against Bitcoin, if this goes up, Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin. So this is suggesting us that most likely what could happen is that on Bitcoin we're making intermediate wave 4, and on Ethereum we're just making a minor wave 4. So further upside on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, and Bitcoin could go back lower. But still, this is telling basically that Ethereum should outperform Bitcoin. So investment-wise, maybe, once again, these of course are no financial advice, as I'm no financial advisor, but as a trader, an analyst, an investor, Ethereum should outperform Bitcoin. So maybe we may be more exposed in ETH than Bitcoin at this moment. Once again, remember, this is no financial advice, but this is what the chart is telling me. So this is what I'm telling you because it is what I see, just as a normal Elliott Wave trader. So I'd say that this was it for me today. Let me know in the comments what you think about this analysis and if you like this format. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to miss out on the next update. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video and you support my work. I really appreciate that, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.